Hey there, Parker Reed here, and welcome to PR Media, your home for everything movies and music through my eyes. And today we have a review of the brand new 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray edition of Mad Max, The Road Warrior. After avenging the death of his wife and young son at the hands of a vicious gang leader, Max drives the post-apocalyptic highways of the Australian outback, fending off attacks from nomadic tribes that prey on outsiders. Falling into an encampment led by a relatively peaceful Pappagallo, Max at first schemes to steal their oil, but soon becomes the group's reluctant defender against the hulking Humongous and his ruthless marauders. Going into this review, I've never seen Mad Max The Road Warrior before, or Mad Max 2, or The Road Warrior, or Mad Max 2 The Road Warrior, depending on where you live. I know it's heralded as a great action film, and I've only seen the original Mad Max before. I haven't seen the third one, Beyond Thunderdome, or Mad Max Fury Road. I watched the original Mad Max last year when it came out on 4K, and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a very stark movie, and it was very brutal, and I felt the same way about this film. While the cheese is dialed up a little bit here, and Mel Gibson definitely takes on a more Clint Eastwood role in this film, I did really enjoy it. It's got some great action sequences, and it's quite intense for an early 80s movie. I was really surprised by it. And who can't love Lord Humongous? That dude is just a hulking beast of a man. So I would recommend you check out this release, but would I recommend you check out the 4K transfer? Let's find out. If you decide to pick up Mad Max The Road Warrior on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray in the United States, there are two different versions to pick from. We have the standard edition slipcover you see here, as well as the Best Buy exclusive steelbook. And I'm not a huge fan of the artwork on the Best Buy steelbook, that's why I decided to go with the slipcover. On the front we have some new artwork of Mad Max as well as the other cast. On the back we have some information about the movie, its technical specs, as well as what special features are offered. Here is what the spine looks like. And then when you take off the slipcover, the case itself looks exactly the same as its slipcover counterpart. And an interesting thing to note is on the left we have the Blu-ray disc, which just says The Road Warrior. On the right we have Mad Max The Road Warrior, so I don't even think this company knows what to call this movie at this point. For visuals on Mad Max The Road Warrior, we have native 4K, and this is in widescreen, so you will have black bars at the top and the bottom, and I don't think I've ever seen a release that had me feeling so mixed after the fact. When Mad Max The Road Warrior is great, it's phenomenal. There is a lot of detail to be had here, some fantastic cinematography, and this is all set in mostly a desert landscape in Australia, but it's incredibly striking. There's a lot of great oranges, reds, and the black levels are phenomenal. But there are some scenes in which you cut to a different shot and it looks god awful. It looks like a VHS. It's softer than soft. I don't know where they got this from. So to go from that and then cut back to a great 4K picture and then back to that happens at least 5 or 6 times, and it completely took me out of watching the movie. Something must have slipped there, or the source material must be damaged beyond repair, because I don't know why the rest of the movie looks so good. I mean, sure, there's grain in most of it, but it was made in the early 80s, so of course there's going to be grain. That's not what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about the rest of the shot feeling super damn soft. So besides those shots, this movie could have been a reference quality disc, but with those, it's just a slightly above average looking one, unfortunately. For audio on Mad Max The Road Warrior, we have Dolby Atmos, and it's fantastic, but unfortunately this is where the drama for this disc begins. The Dolby Atmos track on here is pretty great. There's a lot of great sound effects and great music, and it's a pretty well balanced mix overall, even though the dialogue is mixed a bit low. But when you go beyond that, this disc had to be recalled, and that's because the Dolby Atmos track, it is good on here and I didn't hear any problems with it, but the other tracks included in here, I think the DTS and maybe some of the other audio mixes in other countries, they're just scaled down versions of the Dolby Atmos mix, so they're missing some of the original sound effects and the original music, so they had to recall those discs in order to put those back on. So I bought this at Best Buy on the day of release, and within a couple days they were all taken off the shelves. So congrats if you were able to get your hands on a copy, because it might be a while before they replace those discs and get these back into people's hands. But upon my watch through, I didn't notice those audio problems because I didn't watch those tracks, but those who did and those who want those in order to preserve the original integrity of the original film, I totally get it. I totally understand, that's totally valid, but that is a problem you're going to have if you decide to pick up this disc now or pick it up on the secondary market. So would I recommend Mad Max The Road Warrior on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray? I'm going to say yes. This is a day one pickup. A seminal action movie and a great looking transfer, albeit there are some soft shots and solid audio as well. I would definitely recommend you pick up Mad Max The Road Warrior. It's a great looking disc and one you're going to want to add to your 4K collection. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like what we saw here, you can check us out on Facebook or Instagram and like, comment, and subscribe if you so choose. My name is Parker Reed. You've been watching PR Media. Keep supporting physical media, and I'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.
Nobody gets out of here alive. run, but you can't hide!